It's a lovely little warm-up passage for the big jump tomorrow. We're doing about 5 knots. We've got a little bit of current against us. Boat is clearly a bit heavier with all these fatties on board, so you know, I've got to work on that.
He was not talking about me. I lost weight. It's our new cargo.
In your left toe.
We're going to make a pit stop and everyone's going to get out and scrub the bottom. We've got a few barnacles from our time in the marina, so we thought we'd put these guys to work. Show them what sailing's all about.
I'm really enjoying having crew. For the first time in 5 years, I don't have to do much.
Yeah.
The second mate is getting all the points for enthusiasm. The third mate, he's just relaxing today. I think he's gonna spring into action tomorrow.
I'm just happy to have enthusiasm on board for a change. It's a wonderful difference.
Yeah, I bring the mood really down. I always have.
Honey, should we get the jib in?
Should we get the jib in? Well, at least he knows what it's called. There you go, all done, we arrived. Now we need to scrape the bottom.
Putting the crew to work already. Scraping the bottom.
It's insane how many barnacles we have after 4 weeks in Cartagena. So it's good that we have help.
I felt like we lost an extra knot of boat speed coming over here. Now we know why. Thank you for your help, guys. I'll be here if you need anything.
Get those cocktails ready, man.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. How is it?
Tom?
Yeah, I'm here.
Disaster.
What?
So many of them.
That's the flip side of so much time in that marina in Cartagena. All those fertile waters with the green sludge in it. Sounds like a perfect breeding ground. Best kept busy. If you listen really carefully, you can hear the soothing sound of the bottom being scrubbed. Not by me. Isn't this wonderful? It's going to take a bit of getting used to. I guess I better go and help in a sec. Just get the snubber set. No rush.
Absolute disaster. The entire boat is covered in barnacles.
Wow.
Best you come in now while there's daylight. The keel is just one big barnacle.
Oh my god.
So don't do the snubber. Let's do this, all of us, while there's daylight.
God, it sounds bad down there. Looks like the captain's better jump in. Show willing. I was hoping to avoid that. I just love these 4 AM departures. It's just pipped past 4:30 and we're underway. We've got the jib out and the engine off. We've got about 160 miles ahead of us on this passage. So yeah, it should be a good one. We should have plenty of wind. We're under jib power alone for now because we're almost dead downwind. So it'll just give us a bit more flexibility without the main flopping around all over the place. The rest of the crew is sound asleep, so hopefully they can catch up on a bit of rest before the morning. Going to send the first mate back to bed soon, I think, as well, and just man the night watch.
I was gonna say, look who is here. It's 4:30 and I'm up and on the deck. But I just did say 2 minutes ago, well, I'll go back to bed. I think I will.
So we just got out the shelter of the islands and it's already getting quite rolly. I have a feeling this might be quite an uncomfortable passage because the winds are howling, the trade winds. About 100 miles north of us right now, and it's going to create, I think, some quite uncomfortable seas. I think we're just seeing the start of that right now. Unfortunately, we don't have enough wind with us to keep a lot of pressure on the rig and stop the boat from rolling with the waves, but I'm hoping the wind is going to build. The seas already have, so I guess that's a good sign. Captain's the only one on deck at the moment. Everyone's catching up on their sleep, so that's good. Crew's going to be well rested when they surface, I think, in about an hour or two. I gotta say, it did make such a difference yesterday when we just stopped for the night at Isla Rosario and handed them some scrapers and said, yeah, we're just going to stop here and scrub the bottom. It should be a half-hour job. We'll be done in time for cocktails. No such thing. It was insane. I wish we had an underwater camera that was working, but sadly we don't at the moment. I've never seen so much growth, so many barnacles on the hull. One pass of the scraper and you could just see them all falling away in the deep water. It was like a snow globe, all just these millions of flakes of barnacles just falling away from the boat. But all our hands are cut up like crazy, our knuckles now, just from brushing against the barnacles on the hull as we were going down there. But if it was just the two of us, Peter and I, we would have had to stop for an extra night and spend the whole day doing it. So we were very glad of the extra pairs of hands. I think they've earned their keep already, bless them.
Are we there yet? What's going on? It's a bit rolly. Four crew members and just the captain on watch. Terrible, isn't it?
That's right, you know. I was telling myself I'd have some company for these night watches, but I should have known better. Yeah, it's not very comfortable at the moment. We're making good speed, but not in any kind of style or comfort. Just over 5 knots. The wind hasn't picked up enough, and the sea is ahead of it. Horrible waves on the beam.
Is this gonna be like for the next week?
I was waiting for that question. No, I don't think so. As soon as we get away from the land a little bit, this swell should come round behind us. It'll be a lot more comfortable. And hopefully the wind is going to build so the boat's not going to roll like crazy. Captain's promise.
Oh well.
Still nice to have some company. What should we talk about?
Our future.
How's it looking?
Very bleak. Very rolly.
And not enough wind in our sails.
Yeah, this is painful. We really need the wind to strengthen to give us a better push. This is extremely rolly. Poor crew down below being tossed around.
Tempted to motor for an hour or two and see if we can find some more wind. It is getting quite painful out here.
Ooh, it's a difficult passage, got to admit. We are being tossed around all morning for the last 7 or 8 hours. We've been motoring for about 4 hours and just put the sails up and managed to get a course that is bearable. Few casualties on board. I wasn't feeling too good this morning, and now Matt is not feeling too good either. Tom is resting, and Mike is getting the chocolates. So we're gonna have a chocolate party.
Thank you very much. Jumbo. It's just a ticket. I was creating something sweet.
Only 115 miles to go.
Be there in no time.
Well, everyone is feeling a bit queasy. Everyone is down below catching up on their sleep. And first mate on watch. We still have 100 miles to go. The wind is around 10 knots upper end, so we're still moving a lot. And the swell, long distance swell, is pretty huge. Sometimes we can see up to 10 feet of swell coming in. So it's not very pleasant. We can't really lie down here because we keep sliding off. So everyone is down below in a lounge or in the cabin. I'm just counting the hours when we get there. Hopefully the next 19 hours. But you know, it is one of those. When we were going to Cartagena, we had such a lovely run, and now coming back, we're paying the price.
First dolphin show.
Stuff from China. Tea, silver.
Second night in, and it's going really well. I'm just loving all the company that I'm having in the cockpit for my night watchers. Of course, everyone's down below catching up on sleep. The whole day yesterday, everyone was just in a bit of a zombie mode. I think first day of any passage like this, everyone's a bit sleep deprived. One victim of seasickness, actually two, 1.5. Poor Matt was feeding the fishes over the side, and Peter was feeling a little bit worse for wear as well. But both of them got their sea legs during the day, so that's all good. And yeah, we've broken the back of the journey right now, so we are just under 60 miles to go into San Blas. Yeah, so 60 miles to go should have us arriving, I think, in the early afternoon. It's now early hours of the morning, about 5 a.m. So I'm sure the captain's going to be joined on deck with some wonderful company any moment now, as the sun comes up above the horizon. But yeah, so far so good. It's been a great passage. I was a little bit apprehensive about this one, not just because we got 2 extra lives to take care of on board, but also because the wind was forecast to be pretty strong. That hasn't really panned out to be as strong as the forecast suggested it might be. In fact, we could have done with another 5 to 10 knots most of the way, but it's been quite civilized, I think. The sea state hasn't been terrible, so not bad for a first-time passage with some new crew. Can't complain, really. Captain's just going to sit here on his dog bed and get on with it.
Okay, it's official. We can have crew again. It's 6:30 in the morning. I went to bed at 8 p.m. and I wasn't woken up once because these 2 gentlemen have done it all.
I mean, to be fair, 4 a.m. was when I come up, so I'll take the glory, but
All right, well,
he did all the heavy work.
that's the 4 a.m. I'm the 6 a.m. and he's the all-nighter.
I did have a little sleep on one.
And we are absolutely flying. I was just complimenting the captain how fast we're going. There'll be some current with us because we are doing consistently 6.5 knots. That's how we should have been the whole day. Still rolling. I still think the galley is suspended. No breakfast, no coffee. Don't get paid for it, do I?
Yeah, look at that. As soon as we're going fast, it's compliments to the current, not the captain's sail trimming, not all the barnacles we scraped off the hull yesterday. It's the current. No thanks in this job.
I may get the staff to go and do the breakfast. They need to earn their keep. We had few accidents. The food over there on the fridge freezer kind of all flipped at big swell, so few eggs got broken and the yolk and the egg white has gone everywhere, including inside of the freezer. So yeah, great. And then we left the hatches open so that we can have some air, and there was like 2 massive swells coming across, so we had seawater everywhere. So I had to clean our beautiful new sofas because they were all covered in salt. But nearly there, 4 more hours, and it's gonna be a lovely swim and cocktails later. Cannot wait. And let's have a look how the crew is doing. We've got Matt and Mike over here. They've been exemplary, helping at every opportunity, especially Mike. Matt didn't do
Yeah,
it.
he's
Yeah.
been asleep for most of it.
So who's working harder on this boat, the captain or the first mate?
Captain.
Captain, how dare you?
I would say the captain's the only one working on this boat.
Okay, well it's clear they're not getting their cocktails tonight, are they? That's gonna teach
That's
them.
your moment to shine.
That's our moment to shine.
No, that's his moment of blackmail.
You redeem yourself.
You know, I've got to do what I've got to do, isn't it? No food, no cocktails.
We had this whole conversation before they came on board that in every relationship there's a gardener and a flower, and he disputed which one that was amongst the two of us. Of course, anyone who watches our videos regularly will already know, but Matt and Mike are keeping score of gardener points and flower points at the moment. So by the end of their visit, they're going to have a grand reveal.
So far, apparently I'm winning.
You are the best flower in the show, darling. Ready to blossom.
Few thorns there and there, but, you know, otherwise, beautiful flower, not poisonous. I can promise that.
The odd thorn if there's an egg missing though, isn't there? The odd thorn.
So do we ever do a proper introduction here? We have Matt over here, who's New Zealander, and we have Mike over here, who's from Australia. And they're newlyweds. They've chosen to spend a chunk of their honeymoon in this hellhole.
With us!
Congratulations, guys.
Regretting every moment.
So how are you?
Nothing more romantic than spewing off the side of the boat, I'll tell you that.
It's good for his diet. They have called us before sailing Bohemia.
You're married now, Matt. You can let yourself go.
He did.
Over the side. We can't have our wine costing more than our diesel.
Most of the time, the diesel tastes better.
Special thanks in this episode go to our latest patron, Lawrence from Orange County, California, for gently rounding any thorns on our flower of a first mate.
Champagne for everyone.
Thank you so much, and here's to you. If you've been enjoying our episodes and want to fuel the first mate's bad behavior in the Caribbean, then follow the link on screen to find out more. See you next time.